Intense is brought to you by iHeartRadio, presenting partner of tonight's ARC. Welcome to the tennis capital of the United States at Stage 5 at Assembly Studios. We're in Week 7 of one of the most modern tennis arenas ever built, and it's the final stretch of the regular season. 2 months of battles, buzzer beaters, and momentum shifts all come down to one last week. 3 spots in championship weekend remain, but one of them will be taken tonight with the Outriders taking on the Rips, and it is win or go home. Hello, everyone. I'm J.Y. Obone alongside my partner, Maria Mateus. And Maria, it's been so much fun watching these teams go at it.
Oh, my goodness. It's been the absolute best. And now to get to the nitty-gritty of it, and you got to win or you're out of here. Woof! It's stressful, but it's exciting.
And to see them go through all the rules that they've had to figure out and adjust their lineups as they work on the 14 seconds in between points, 1 toss, 1 serve, the unlimited substitutions, and all the different formats. I mean, Maria, we're going to see it full on tonight with how they manage things differently.
We sure are, and specifically in this matchup, the format contrast. The Outriders are so heavy in the singles while the Rips are so heavy in the doubles. So the way that they start the arc is going to be monumental, as well as the way coaches are using timeouts. We've seen tone and voices change when it gets a little bit more stressful for coaches. So I want to look out for that, as well as substitutions. We've seen Fabrice Martin only serving in doubles, not returning at all. So coaches are thinking out here for sure.
Well, for each of the teams, they're going to have somebody very important that's going to be helping them, and that's 2 MVP candidates on the female side.
Sure is. Aliona Bolsova is number 2 in the MVP race, while Cabezas is number 3 in the MVP race. Both of these ladies have been so dominant all season and just have been so incredibly important for their respective teams. And gosh, they've played some incredible tennis. It's going to be interesting to see how pressure plays out tonight, though. Both of them are very steady, make a lot of balls, and then try to attack with the forehand. I'm interested to see if nerves will play a part in this. On the other side, we got Noah Schachter, who actually played his best arc of the season when they played the Outriders last. And he hasn't had an incredible season, but he played great last time they played this team. So if he can bring it again tonight, Outriders might be in trouble. On the other end, though, we got Joao Ciolin, who has had an incredible season, but unlike Noah Schachter, actually played his poorest tennis when he played the Rips team. So like we said earlier, the way that everybody shows up on these teams and the way that they can handle the stresses of either winning or being eliminated tonight, it's going to be a very, very interesting matchup.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the team, it's a full team effort at Intense with the substitutions. Zoe Heyman's going to have to come up big, and especially John Chin. So when we come back from the break, we'll have the Outriders versus the Rips.
Welcome to Intense Arena
at the beautiful Assembly Studios.
It's time for you
to experience the greatness that is Intense.
But first things first.
Forget everything you know about regular tennis.
Because Intense is built different.
Faster pace,
bigger energy,
with teams battling it out from start to finish.
You want to know the rules?
Well, we got your rules right here.
So let's break it down for you.
To start, every team has 8 pros.
4 men,
4 women, and a coach leading the charge. An Intense match is called an arc, and you can think of it like one giant team showdown. Every arc is made up of 10-minute periods called bolts.
And there are 7 bolts in every arc.
Each arc has bolts of men's singles, women's singles, doubles, and mixed doubles.
All stacked together in one running team score. So even if one bolt ends,
the pressure doesn't.
Every point carries over until the final buzzer.
Now for the serving rules. That's where things get wild.
1 toss, 1 serve, miss it, and the point's gone.
There's also a 14-second shot clock between points, and play is at the server's pace.
So turn your back, you might get burned.
No waiting around, no resetting the vibe, and yes, we do play less.
The only thing that can slow the pace down are the timeouts.
And there are rolling substitutions, so if a player needs to catch their breath,
or if a coach wants to change up the strategy, there are substitutions.
Scoring is simple. You win a rally, that's 1 point.
Blast the clean winner.
That's 2 points.
The scores from every bolt are added up along the way, and the team with the highest score at the end of the last bolt wins the arc and the cash.
And now the most important part of Intense, you, the super loud fans. You will never get shushed.
First of all, that's rude.
That's rude. That's rude.
Second of all,
We want you to act like actual sports fans.
and we want all the volume when it comes to supporting your favorite team, like Ridge,
The Outriders.
Like the altitude.
Like the Smash.
Like the rips.
Fortune.
Freeze.
Inferno.
Sting.
Like Team Rise.
Or if you want to cheer against your rivals,
We're here for it.
Bring it on.
So now you know the Intense rules.
But the only way to experience Intense
Intense is brought to you by iHeartRadio, the presenting partner of tonight's ARC. Welcome everybody inside the Intense Arena. We're about to get things rolling here. So let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups presented by Centerline Athletics. And Maria, we'll start with the Outriders.
The Outriders, they've got Amy O'Connell as their coach, who's just been such a forceful coach and has handled her team so well. We've got Sofia Cabezas, who we talked about, who is in that MVP race and is sneaking up on everyone, Joao Ciolin. But we also have Corey Craig, who has been super dependable. He's very consistent. While on the other side, we got the Rips. We had Fabrice Martin, who has completely turned his season around. Tori Hawkins has just been really on top of them. They started 1-3, and now they're 3-3. They're going on that momentum of winning 2 in a row. And Alice, I'm looking forward to seeing her play some better tennis. But gosh, Bolsova, I'm sure she's going to start for the ladies, and we're going to have some good stuff from the guys too.
All right, well, let's meet the third member of our team, Kelly Kroll, who's with Coach Tori Hawkins.
Thanks a lot, Jay-Way. Coach, it is win and in for your Rips when it comes to the playoffs. So what does your team need to do tonight to get that done?
Play the ball, not the score. We've got back in this whole thing doing that. We got to do it tonight.
Okay, Noah, the last time you faced off against the Outriders was lights out. Sure. How does he replicate that kind of performance again this evening?
He plays that way all the time. If he stays loose, he'll do it again. We've also got a whole team behind him, and we have several of the people that come in just to give him a little blow. He'll be just fine tonight.
I love listening in when you are mic'd up to your huddles. Your message tonight to this team?
Everybody stay loose. We need lots of energy. We need lots of movement. But the biggest thing, again, play the ball, not the score. The score will take care of itself.
All right, Coach, we can't wait. Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thanks, Kelly. To get things started, let's go down to our umpire tonight, Gabe Carone.
Welcome to Intense Tennis. Tonight's match is between the Outriders and the Rips. Outriders, you're away. Make the call. It is tails. Outriders have chosen to receive.
And it's showtime here Wednesday night. We got the Outriders versus the Rips on the far side. Corey Craig from Florida State University getting the start. I think it's the first time this season he's getting the start over Joao Ciolin. On the near side, Noah Schachter. He's been very consistent in that singles lineup from Texas A&M himself. So a big college tennis battle, but nothing bigger than right now a spot in championship weekend for both of these teams.
And what a big night tonight. And June 19th, these two teams played, and the Rips took it 155 to 147 because of this guy right here. Noah Schachter played so incredibly well, and he had the matchup of Joao Ciolin last arc. So I wonder if that's why we got Corey Craig in tonight, just to try to mix it up a little bit from the very beginning.
And we have our first of 2 10-minute men's singles bolts, women's singles after all 3 doubles formats to finish. 1 serve, 1 toss. Though, if you're watching the Outriders, that's all you're going to see. You're not going to see that fault because they have the lowest fault rate percentage in the league, so they do a great job managing that pressure. Cumulative score throughout the whole night, so total score at the end of the night will win and clinch a spot in championship weekend.
So much on the line here tonight, and like Coach Tori Hawkins said, you got to play the ball, not the score. You can't think about anything that's going on or what's on the line. You got to play like Corey Craig just did. You got to just use what you have and what you're so good at. And for Corey Craig, that's being able to move the ball around and use his lefty spins.
It's a 4-0 start for the Outriders, and one of the interesting parts for the last time they played is that the Outriders actually won more individual points on that night, but the +2 scoring format completely went the way for the Rips as we see the first of our unlimited substitutions in play. John Chin, the lefty, in for Noah Schachter. We saw this the last time the Rips played. We saw their entire singles lineup for the men come in very quickly in that first bolt.
It's so fun to see the way that the coaches have adjusted throughout this whole season and this whole adventure of not necessarily keeping players in too long if they're uncomfortable out there, but also finding a balance with keeping them long enough so that they get their feet kind of in the mud and they start feeling a little bit comfortable. And it looks like Noah Schechter maybe didn't feel comfortable tonight. We actually see players even calling their own substitutions.
Corey Craig went 24-1 at Boston University his freshman year, doing an incredible job that then got him from the eyes of the bigger Division I tennis schools with +2 winner shots like that. They're up 7-1. He moved on to Florida State, had an incredible career there, 14 in the country, using drop shots and just different dynamics to beat players. And Schechter is back in, trying to put on some big-time tennis and bring them back into this first bowl.
And Schechter is most dominant when he's able to move into the net. We've seen him just hit some incredible volleys and has such good hands and a very powerful player. What I'm already noticing tonight, I think he's trying to rush that forehanding set out just a little bit. He's trying to take it early, which is good to take time away. I think he's just rushing it a tad too much.
A lot of pressure on the line for both of these teams. Zhao Xiaolin comes in now. We saw the big dynamic with him and Corey Craig, though they haven't gone directly to that. The last time they were on the court, Xiaolin was the one who was serving, Craig was the one returning. We'll see if they get back to that. But a lot of pressure on the line. He serves and volleys, comes in. He gets his right to save. It's a +1, but this is really not the start that the Rips were looking for. Is another substitution as Chin is in.
This is kind of what we were chatting briefly about in the opening, is that the Outriders have been so dominant in singles while the Rips have been extremely dominant in the doubles. And so far it's kind of going as we expected it to. It's just about how close can the Rips keep themselves to the Outriders in these singles so that they have the best shot at taking the doubles home.
And as you mentioned, a different dynamic. The Outriders are 3rd in the league in points in singles. The Outriders are 9th. So a huge difference.
Yes.
We'll see how these next 40 minutes going to play. Again, men's singles are going to get 20 minutes, and then the women's singles after for 20 minutes. Xiaolin's looking to attack through the Chin backhand, being very patient, finally changes the pace, but he is looking to hit that forehand from all corners as Fabrice Martin comes in for Chin.
And this is the first time we've really seen Fabrice Martin come in pretty early on for singles. He's kind of come in on the back end for the dubs, and he's in for 1 point there. We have seen him come in for the serve a lot, just because his serve is just so outrageously good. That's the earliest he's come in.
Yeah, one of the biggest servers in the league, and this is part of their new adjustment that they've been trying to make sure everybody gets enough playing time, that they come in earlier so that they're warmer as they go on. And that was one of the things that was happening with Fabrice. He was going in so late that then when it came down to doubles, he just wasn't quite ready, and he was taking him too long. So Coach Hawkins, after an 0-2 start on the season, has done an incredible job to put them in position for championship weekend. There's Fabrice Martin. He's going to come right back in. Last time he came in, he was a little bit disorganized, unfocused. He was going to serve on the wrong side. So after that 1 point, they brought him out, and let's see if they can get him in play. But this looks to be pretty clear that it's just 1 point, because he hit that serve and he immediately went out. So this is strategic.
Yep.
From the very beginning, guys, I heard Tori come over here to the scorer's table and say, hey, be ready, watch my players. I'm going to be substituting them in and out a lot tonight, and we're seeing that certainly play out. What I'm trying to figure out is if there's a rhyme or a reason other than to obviously constantly be changing the look for the Outriders, but also I think this is to keep all of them fresh for doubles and have them in a rhythm of sorts. So we'll have to keep watching, but I know that this was definitely Tori's game plan from the beginning, because he let the scorer's table know, be alert. I'm going to be moving them in and out all night.
Dan Kelly, this is actually something that tennis players are used to growing up in junior tennis, and even on some of the smaller circuits of pro tennis. You split a court a lot, right? You have 4 people on a court, but then you trade off playing 2 points each. And that's how a lot of juniors grew up, and even in some pro tournaments they do that. So they're actually used to being in 2-3 points out, 2-3 points out, and they know that they can stay warm that way. So I think that's what Coach Hawkins is going back to, what he learned in the junior roots.
Well, I also think just being aware of it and accepting the fact that you're going to get subbed out a lot. I think at the beginning of the season, players maybe felt embarrassed if they didn't play well enough and they were getting subbed, whereas now they understand that it's actually a tactical move, and that's been helping them, I think, mentally as well.
One serve can be tough if they're not coming in and getting in that motion. That's a fault for Chin. That's his second so far. He's been in for 3 minutes. Each player in singles can only play a max of 12 minutes. Unlimited when it gets to doubles. So there they can just go all in and ride the good teams. But here in singles, they need to mix it up as Chin's trying to mix up some offense, but Craig is everywhere. +2 down the line.
And look at the energy from that Outriders team. I mean, gosh, you would imagine that there's just so, and we have a timeout. Good time for it, I think, just to change that momentum, change that energy that we're seeing from the Outriders.
Red court. Team, we are playing, we're good and warmed up now. Now let's start maxing up, all right? Great job going back behind him. He's lefty. You pull it inside in, that's his lefty forehand. Go back behind him. He ain't gonna hurt you with that backhand. Yeah. When Zhao gets back in there, the pace is more to your liking, you know what I mean? You gotta continue to stay loose and keep going for your shot. You want to light, you want to go low heavy, hit a couple of right down the middle, and then get your rhythm. All right, we got this. Stay up, keep your energy high. All right, let's go. Rips on 3. Oh, you're going back in. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's go. Let's go.
Any thoughts there, Maria?
Well, I like how Coach Tori Hawkins is always extremely motivating and upbeat, and I think he's very concise and to the point, which you really need here. It's really cool compared to traditional tennis that you have the opportunity to have timeouts, but you can't let them linger on forever. And a lot of times, actually, it'll have the adverse effect of the players just losing focus completely. So the just quick, concise little 2 or 3 hits for them, I think is a great move.
And he said it, it's very strategic. So when Zhao Xiaolin comes in, I imagine we're going to see Noah Schachter going up against him. Fabrice Martin probably going in just to mix up some serves, just to stay warm. But we'll see a lot of Craig and Chin, and then Xiaolin and Schachter. As we see even Schachter, he's kind of peeking over to see if he's going to come in. He's going to let Chin serve this one, but I imagine we're going to see Schachter come in soon. We look on the sidelines. Corey Craig there looks like he might have rolled an ankle, because is it the ankle that he has an ankle brace on? We're looking over on the sideline. He's definitely not feeling good. He must have rolled it on one of the last movements. He's sitting down trying to figure something out with our Emory Medical Athletic Training team, as Xiaolin is going to get a lot more playing time. So I wonder how this is going to be for Schachter, if he's going to see a lot more playing time. But is this what they want? Joaquin Benoit, he's got his racket in his hand. He's shown some good flashes in singles. So even though everything needs to go right for these teams for championship weekend, already they're going to have to shift.
Well, when you have Corey Craig starting out so incredibly well and being so dominant for the Outriders starting out, and then he's not in anymore, yeah, that's definitely, you know, raises concerns for that team, especially when they've been so dominant in the singles and they know how in danger they are for the doubles on the rips. But yeah, Corey Craig is not looking great on that sideline. Weird, because I didn't see anything happen.
(22-10) lead for the Outriders. We're going to get a good look at his ankle. Let's see when he lands on it. Ooh.
Yikes.
Doesn't look terrible. That ankle brace might have protected him. The question is going to be, did he come into tonight with an injury? Because there are players that wear ankle braces all the time just to protect an ankle. So if he didn't have an injury and that's all he had to go through, I think he's going to be okay to finish, but that thing will probably be hurting tomorrow.
Thank you, Dr. JY.
Xiaolin giving him the how you like that. Xiaolin doing a great job stepping in and getting a lot of minutes. 23-11. Rips are going to have to keep this close, even though singles is not their strength. They need to keep it close to get to women's singles with Bolsova, and then especially into doubles. Xiaolin missing that forehand wide. Final point here of this first men's singles ball championship weekend on the line. Backhand cross court from Chin. He's going to keep it there, and that is going to float long. Xiaolin is pumped up as he gives his team a 12-point lead to get things started. Can the Rips figure something out, as they are not going to see a lot of Corey Craig? Outriders doing well. We'll find out when we come back.
If you live for the game,
then you know Sports Talk
isn't a solo act. It's a debate.
And with the iHeartRadio app, everyone gets a say.
Just open up the app, find your favorite local sports radio station,
and use the talkback feature to
vent about that blown call.
Go crazy over that miracle victory.
And your voice could be heard next to mine. Or mine.
Or ours.
This is your chance
to be part of your favorite local sports shows
and podcasts. Your team, your voice,
your network.
The iHeartRadio app. Download it today.
Goes down the line, he feels it.
Intense is team tennis that's faster, louder, and with real cash on the line.
Your partner can't make serve.
Watch the most relentless tennis league.
You know, shaky mustachio man.
On the planet, live.
Walking on approach to Jolene is ready as well. +2.
This was incredible.
Intense. Tennis turned up.
Make sure you do not miss the excitement of the Intense Championship weekend, July 31st and August 1st. One of these teams will be hosting that trophy up after an incredible season in 2026. Tonight, one of these teams is going to take a big step closer to clinching a spot there. First place in one division, plays against second place in the other division, and that's going to be the semifinals. Then the winners from that take that on. So it's going to be July 31st, 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., then August 1st at 7 p.m. It's going to be a lot of fun. We look at how these teams are taking shape. The East, a lot of things are going to be going down there tomorrow, especially Thursday night with the Smash. But tonight in the West, Outriders and Rips. The winner will clinch a spot, but also for the Rips, if they win out, they can also clinch first place. So the Inferno are also very interested in how this is going to play out.
Very good-looking trophy, JY.
Beautiful.
Shiny.
Same thing happened.
24-12 here. Outriders had a very solid start. Nothing magnificent, but this is what they do as a team. They play consistent, solid, reliable tennis, and they make you play great. And if you don't play great, they're going to slowly just continue to chip away and build leads. Shaft are going to try to come out and play a little bit more aggressive to see if he can cut into this.
Really good movement with the legs from both of these players. They're just really so intense right now. I mean, Jolene has been all season. He's known for his work ethic and just that mindset of always wanting to get better. But very good consistency there from Shachter. I like the way that he puts his body weight into that backhand, especially down the line.
So Craig looking like a little bit better. He's bouncing around there, so I think he might be okay. But if you're Coach O'Connell, do you take that risk or not?
So guys, as you could see, left shoe's back on, left ankle, it was massaged. He came over here, got on the bike eventually, then started doing some of the calf raises, and I heard him say, hey, Coach O'Connell, give me 3 minutes. In other words, like 3 minutes into this bolt, he felt like he could be ready. But I'm with you, JY. If you're up, well, he's in. So they want to see what he's got, I guess, and we will right now on that left ankle.
Yeah, I see. It's risky. I think at some point, Jolene was going to hit his 12-minute mark anyway. And I think if you wait too long to put Craig in, it might be too long to where it's pointless. The ankle might get cold. So there's no playbook on how to manage this, right? I mean, they're just going to have to figure this out on the fly.
He looks okay. Sometimes, you know, when you are like walking and you step wrong and you have the worst pain ever in your ankle. I don't know if that's what happened to Corey, but that has happened to me before. JY, you?
Never had much ankle problems, so I was very fortunate there. One time I did, but it was minor. Never missed any time because of the ankle, so very lucky. As Jen trying to go a little bit more of a fist pump, now within 11.
Benoit is now in. Interesting.
They get Craig a couple points, test it out. I think this is okay. Though I think Joaquin Benoit needs to get a lot more of the playing time instead of Craig because he's probably going to play more in doubles than Corey Craig. Granted, we've already seen some different changes, so I think it's good to get Joaquin Benoit some playing time while Jolene still has some left on the clock. If you're Shachter, that's going to be a frustrating miss. You can tell that Joaquin Benoit is a little bit cold. missed a couple shots, and you give him a freebie like that. That's not what you want to do when a championship weekend spot is on the line.
And sometimes that happens where you feel so much pressure to just make the serve that you actually forget to swing. And so much about this is, like we see, there's a lot at stake, but at the same time, you cannot be thinking about that. You have to think about, what is my task at hand here? It's playing, first of all, a good bolt, and then accumulate as many bolts as you can, and just hopefully play a good arc, and hopefully it goes your way.
Chen comes in. Shakhtar is clearly hitting a lot of forehands late. On the backhand side, he looks more established, more loose, hitting through it. On the forehand side, he's catching them all late, so even though he wants to let it go and play aggressive, he just cannot find it. They're going to have to make an adjustment. But right now, Outriders almost got a +2 on that serve, but they are up by 14.
And Benoit is actually looking quite comfortable coming in. Not something you would typically expect just because he had been sitting for an entire bolt, but wow, the movement and the depth of his shots, except for that one, sorry.
Well, Joaquin Benoit, one of the most decorated players ever to come out of University of North Georgia, an All-American there. He's been wanting to get a lot of action the whole season as Martin hits a +2 service volley winner there, up by 11. He's going to go back and play quick. But the problem is when you've had the stability of Ciolin and Craig, it's hard to see a lot of minutes. +2 right back.
I think if Noah can just try and work the point just a little bit more, don't feel like he has to stay so close to the line. He actually is a player that typically plays further back, but God, that is just so good from Benoit.
15-point lead for the Outriders, second bolt. Women's singles coming up after this. They're waiting for their turn. The two MVP candidates in Sofia Cabezas and Aliona Bolsova, seeing who can hit shots like Benoit's doing right now. They're up by 17.
And I like how loose and free he looks. He hasn't really had that much playing time compared to his teammates this season, but to come out in such a high-stakes matchup and play as well as he's playing, good on you, Benoit. Look at that depth. So good.
And another one. Benoit not only playing better, but he's doing it at the biggest moment of the season for his team, forcing Coach Hawkins and the Rips to call a timeout.
I have a bit of a hole to climb back from. Next one, Deuce Point, I want to sneak Fat back in there. All right? Yeah. I just need you, big fella. I need you to let it go. You're doing fine. You know what I mean? You are all we need. You know what I mean? All right. Let it go. I'm just going to swing. You got to swing. All right? All right, let's go. Finish, get this point going. If you win, we're bringing Fat back in. Hey, we got this. We just got to chip away at it. That's all we need. Come on, come on. Some momentum.
See, the thing for me is, I love the motivational talk from Coach Hawkins. If Shakhtar keeps hitting forehands late, it doesn't matter if he lets it go, he's going to keep missing them.
Yeah.
So they have to catch on to that at some point. If not, it doesn't matter. So this is, this is where you have to pick your battles as a coach. Sometimes it's because of mentality. Sometimes it is actually because of something technical. And you don't want to get too in the head of a player with technique and competition. But when it is that in front of you, you got to call it out.
At the end of the day, when we're under pressure, we're always going to go to our muscle memory. But it is something that we can grasp and something physically that we can try to do in swinging earlier. And a lot of times, actually, that helps you be free from all the thoughts as well mentally. So sometimes having that one thing to focus on, at least for me, it was always extremely helpful.
Forehand by Chin, +1 for the Rip. That's one of his better points of the night. Fabrice Martin going to come in.
I know Fabrice wants to put a couple points in a row here. That would be super ideal. He's one that can get so many two-pointers up on the board as well as just play really, really fast. He will always serve and volley. But that is just unbelievable. Joaquin Benoit and Ciolin is now in.
And it looks like the clear pattern for the Rips is if Fabrice Martin wins that point, he stays in. If he loses the point, he's out. So he always leaves on a frustrating note and doesn't get a chance to follow up on it. Shakhtar in. They're down by 40-23. Comes into the net. Passing shot winner. +2 one more time.
Passing spacing shots just absolutely on fire from the Outriders, and we see Coach Amy O'Connell looking very relaxed so far tonight.
And what I've noticed a lot from the Outrider team, especially Xiaolin, this is the most energy they have brought as a team in weeks. Even myself last time, I was talking about how I felt like they were a little bit too calm, a little bit too quiet, a little bit too steady. I was wrong, it worked out, they won. But this is a different kind of energy. This is a team that can show up and win a championship.
Completely agree. We have not seen this energy from them, and I still remember like it was 2 hours ago, their opening match of the season when they won that buzzer beater. Actually, sorry, they lost the buzzer beater to the Fortune, and their energy was just so good throughout that whole match until right there at the very end, and I think they've tried to stay calm more so just to not get themselves in those positions because they were up by so much there. But now, the energy that they're bringing in, they don't want to stall on anything. They want to be right on top of it. Really consistent playing here. We see okay energy from Chin. I'd like to see a little bit more, actually, from someone that has played Davis Cup 3 times, actually, for Jamaica. So you'd think he'd be more involved in that team atmosphere of just being super excited, JY.
Good backhand by Benoit, steps inside the court, chooses not to come in, but he still forces the overhit from Chin. They're up by 21. John Chin trying to bring that Jamaican Davis Cup experience into them, but right now they're just getting run over by the Outriders. Benoit, I don't know who's fired up more, Xiaolin when he's not playing or when he is playing. He is locked in. Big serve, sets up a short forehand, continues to pin Chin back. He steps up again, comes to the net, +2!
Wow. What's so impressive to me is that every player has played really well tonight. And that is exactly what you need to get to the playoffs. That's exactly what you need to win a championship. And it looks like they're not even thinking about the playoffs right now. They're thinking about, hey, we're in this and we're going to win that championship.
Benoit doing a great job stepping in on the backhand. Final 40 seconds before women's singles comes up. 2 MVP candidates, so only one of them is going to get the better chance at tennis. With Chin right now down 23. Can they sneak in a few extra points? Sets up a forehand, goes inside in, but not good enough to find offense. What a defensive shot by Benoit, pinning him back in the corner. Finally gets it down the line. +1 rips, and Martin's going to come in. Big time serve. He's going to get another point. It's what we've seen. If he wins the point, he stays in. 5, 4.
That's exactly what he's looking for.
That'll be the last point for men's singles. 2 big points just to give him a little bit of momentum. Maria, what are your thoughts as men's singles is done?
Well, it went as expected in a way, but I would have liked to see the Rips playing a little bit better, or at least a little bit more energy. The Outriders' energy was out of this world, and that's going to help them, and I'm sure they're going to carry that on into this women's singles and into the doubles, but women's singles coming up right after the break. Stick around. Good tennis coming up.
Welcome to Intense. This isn't traditional tennis. It's faster, louder, and built for non-stop action. You think you know tennis? Yeah, not like this. So how do you play exactly? Well, let me break down the rules for you. Teams are mixed with 8 pro players, 4 men and 4 women on each team. Real squad energy with a coach leading the way. Matches? Yeah, we call those arcs, and they're played in 7 10-minute non-stop bursts that we call bolts. Each arc, remember, it's what we call a match. It's made up of 2 men's singles bolts, 2 women's singles bolts, 1 men's doubles bolt, 1 women's doubles bolt. We always finish things off with 1 mixed doubles bolt. Now, we'll get into the scoring nitty-gritty in a minute. Just know the scores from every bolt are added up along the way, and the team with the highest score when the last buzzer sounds wins the arc. So Intense is a full team showdown. Every player, every bolt, every point matters. Let's talk serving. It's 1 toss, 1 serve only. So if you miss that toss, you miss that serve, you lose the point. The server controls the pace during a 14-second server clock. The returner doesn't have to be ready. Turn your back, you suffer the consequences. We keep it moving, we keep it fast. For lets, we play them. No resets, it's all about rhythm, pressure, and energy. Now, for that scoring nitty-gritty, it's simple. 1 point per rally unless a player hits a clean winner. That counts for 2 points. So if you take the calculated risk of going for 2, you reap the reward if you hit it just right. I'm almost done. Just a little bit of housekeeping here. Substitutions. Oh yeah, they can happen at any time. Because with this much action, sometimes players need a breather. And each team, they get 5 timeouts per arc. Crucial when a team needs a momentum shift or they want to stop the one that their opponents are having. Let's not forget about you, the fans. Intense keeps things going with the fastest play you've ever seen. And the best part, you'll never be told to be quiet. It's a full-on loud and proud tennis experience from start to finish, so go ahead and get loud. Now it's official. You're all ready to experience the next big thing in sports. Welcome to Intense, tennis churned up. Enjoy the show.
We're here at Druid Hills for a family fun night.
Focusing on the small details, that's what helps me lock in and block out all the noise.
Tennis is a sport where you're very individualized, and I think Intense brings us back to competing as a team.
I think the biggest thing is try to have fun, focus on things that you can get better at each day.
You gotta put yourself in a state of mind to where you're locked in, but it's somewhat flowing out of you.
Work on improving your game. Wins and losses shouldn't really be a big factor. As long as you can do that, I think you're on a really good path.
Intense is brought to you by iHeartRadio, the official partner of Intense. Welcome back to Intense Arena. 49-29, the Outriders. What a start in men's singles. Xiaolin did a great job, but who would have thought after all this, it's Joaquin Benoit, who's the absolute stud for them, has not gotten a lot of minutes in men's singles this season. And with Corey Credden rolling his ankle a little bit, he comes in with our unlimited substitution rule. And the way he stepped up, what a moment with championship weekend on the line to play his best tennis. Great job by him, and he caught up with Kelly Kroll right after.
Joaquin, what a couple bolts there from the men's singles. 19 of the team's 49 points so far. Those were big 6 minutes from you. How good did that feel to be able to do that here tonight?
It felt pretty good, to be honest. I think it's the first match I'm getting to play a lot of singles. Yep. The guys have been doing so good the whole season, so I almost felt like I didn't have a chance because they were doing amazing. Corey gave me that time to go on, and I feel like I did good and I could help the team, so that's the most important thing for sure.
Absolutely, to step up in that moment. And tonight it just seems like this team is playing with so much energy. I'm sure you're aware, winning in, right?
Yeah, I mean, we know it's the last match before we can go on to the playoffs if we win. Also, the first match we had against Rips, it was a heartbreaker. We lost by a little bit, so I feel those two things combined is giving us so much energy today, so yeah.
And it probably doesn't hurt to have all these people behind you in their cowboy hats and everything rooting you on, right?
Yeah, it feels like we're playing home, you know? It feels like everyone's with us, and that energy helps a lot for sure. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, best of luck. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys.
No surprise, a very happy Joaquin Benoit, but now it's women's singles turn, Maria.
And we got MVP number 2 in the race versus MVP number 3 in the race. And goodness gracious, has this been a long-awaited matchup. Both of these women just so dominant all season for their teams and just the backbone of their teams. We already see Sofia Cabezas, one of her specialties is that heavy forehand. We see her using that lob a lot in the doubles, but if anybody can make somebody can make a lot of balls, it's Aliona Bolsova as well. So, matchup of consistency here.
Yeah, for both of these players, this is where they're at their best in singles. You know, Aliona is 9.3 points per arc, 10.3 points per arc in singles. But then when it comes down to doubles, she drops all the way down to 0.9. So the same thing with Sofia. She's about 7.4 points per arc. When it comes down to doubles, though, it drops down to 0.6. So this is where they need to make their mark. But all the pressure right now is on Bolsova. her team is down 20. They cannot afford to put up a bad performance because if not, it's just too difficult. So these next 20 minutes for them are massive.
And I'm sure they're going to try and play Aliona as long as possible. The limit is 12 minutes, so I expect we will see a full 12 minutes from her. We've seen a little bit of toss issues from her throughout this season. She gets it right back.
52-33, two 10-minute women's singles sessions. All three doubles formats are going to finish. Those doubles is where the Rips really shine, especially in men's doubles and mixed doubles. Women's singles right now, with them being down 19, Cabezas also just such a steady person. It's just going to make them play long points. She will take a lot of time off the clock. So Bosova's going to have to find some offense. Instead, it's Cabezas coming forward. Backhand volley behind her. +1.
Wow. What a good volley. Low volley, and she's able to get that depth and get it behind Ali Bolsova. Wow, that was so good. The way that she just steps in, follows it in smoothly, and world-class volley.
Cabezas, great backhand down the line, but Bolsova with the defense right on the line. Is she going to approach? I think neither player was ready for either of those shots to go in. Outriders 54-33. Cabezas played at University of Tennessee, the only Venezuelan professional ranked player right now. What an incredible representative for her country.
How cool is that? What a cool stat.
The former number 50 player in the world looking very calm here in Bolsova. Got to 50 in the WTA rankings in doubles, 80 in singles. So she's going to bring that Grand Slam experience and calmness here. She knows how to handle these moments. But the difference with Intense is going to be the clock. That is something all these players have been working on getting used to this season. So she can play under the lights, she can play in an arena, she can play in the big times, but can she do it under this format? And right now, that question is looming larger than ever.
Not looking so comfortable tonight, and you can see her. She's telling herself, calm down, calm down, calm down. Samantha Alisea is now in, trying to let Ali just calm her nerves just a little bit.
Samantha Alisea from Miami, Florida, played at University of Nebraska. She's got that big power tennis. If it connects, it can overpower somebody like Cabezas. But if you're a power hitter, what's the worst you want to be playing against? Somebody who's an unbelievable mover. So yeah, so this is going to be really tough. And the quick sub out, Bolsova back in. Forehand just missed long.
Already seeing 3 service faults from Bolsova. I think her toss is a little bit too far to the left. We see her kind of leaning over. Almost want to over-exaggerate sometimes, but it is so stressful when they only have 1 toss and 1 serve. Cabezas, on the other hand, has not struggled with that serve whatsoever this season.
Bolsova going to play a little bit quick there. Catches that ball right away, goes right up to the line. 4th fault, that's a struggle. That's going to bring some frustration, understandably so. They're down 60-37, 5 minutes remaining in this first women's singles bowl. Big backhand return is going to force Cabezas' error. She'll sit down. Zoe Hammond from the University of Kentucky is going to be in. I think Hammond's time is going to be some of the most important minutes tonight.
Agreed. She's been someone who hasn't raised her level nearly enough. But you never know. Sometimes people absolutely thrive under pressure, and if there's one night to play really good tennis, it absolutely is tonight.
Hammond was minus 11.5 the last time she played against him, but she is looking loose coming forward. Tough half volley trying to come in, though.
I like the move. I think she either needs to get in there quicker or slow it down a little bit. She was kind of caught right in the middle, and that is just such a good return there from Ali Bolsova. Just, oof. And then underhand, a little quick serve, I like it. Oh, but she's rushing it. She looks a little flustered.
3 points in a row, a little bit reckless there, trying to sneak in some extra points. Hammond to serve, going to try to get that lefty serve out wide to the backhand. Setting up that heavy forehand, that's where she wants to play her best tennis. Heavy forehand above your shoulder, all that net's going to go over, and that's +2 for the Rips. Cabase is back in quick. They're not going to let Hammond stay out there too long. They want to keep this lead.
Bolsova almost looking a little bit tentative tonight. We've seen her step in to the court a little bit more than right now, but Sofia Cabezas will do that too. She mixes it up so well, like we see there, and what she does with her slices is she hits them very short. I mean, how good of a play is that? So good. The way that she always sees the ball in the point, one shot ahead. We saw her hit that insane buzzer beater a few arcs ago, but the way that she can just step in and use that backhand volley is so impressive.
Alexandra Muller, she's going to come in for Alyona Bolsova, give a different look. Alexandra Muller is going to bring a lot more power and stability from the center of the court. A very good serve. It's going to be how can she dictate from that part of the court. That's the type of tennis she wants to play. She missed it, but I wonder if she's going to get some confidence from that.
That was an excellent point by her. And now Zoe Hammond is back in. This is an interesting matchup. I think Zoe's going to try to go for more to try to move Ali Bolsova, but this is more aggressive Alex Mueller than we've seen this season.
(63-46). Under 2 minutes remaining before they come back for another 10-minute ball. Outriders still have not used any timeouts yet. Each team gets 5 on the night. They can use a max of 2 per bolt. Chip and charge coming in from Mueller. Overhead opportunity. Miss hits that. Oh, that's a missed opportunity. That's a 3-point swing.
Psych yourself out sometimes because you want to go for that 2-pointer and you have an easy overhead, but then really overthink it.
And Mueller actually had the opportunity to approach on the previous shot, and she chose not to. 65-46, final minute here. Hammond looking calm.
Joao Siolin's energy on this sideline right now is like nothing we've seen this season. It's just so good.
The deep back in by Mueller, but the angle by Hammond using the left, and is down the line on the run, +2. Quick serve to Mueller. She's there in time. She also misses that one. 68-46. 30 seconds remaining. Bolsova comes in. Championship spot on the line. Approach down the line. Swinging volley. She gets there. Another opportunity. Hammond's going to defend back down the line. They're both at the baseline. Drop shot to bring Hammond in. She reads it. Gets there. Open court. Goes behind her. +2. 3, 2, she gonna force it? She gonna get it off? She does, goes for it. It's gonna be our final point in this first women's singles bolt. Hammond sends it long. Still the Outriders 68-49. Rips are gonna take some positivity from that, but still the Outriders are leading the way with a chance to clinch a spot on championship weekend. When we come back, our second women's singles bolt.
Time for you
to experience the greatness that is Intense. You want to know the rules?
Well, we got your rules right here.
Every team has 8 pros.
4 men.
4 women, and a coach leading the charge. An Intense match is called an arc. Every arc is made up of 10-minute periods called bolts.
And there are 7 bolts in every arc.
Each arc has bolts of men's singles, women's singles, doubles, and mixed doubles.
Now for the serving rules.
1 toss, 1 serve, miss it, and the point's gone. There's also a 14-second shot clock between points.
And yes, we do play lets.
The only thing that can slow the pace down are the timeouts.
And there are rolling substitutions.
Scoring is simple. You win a rally, That's 1 point.
Plus the clean winner, that's 2 points.
The scores from every bolt are added up along the way, and the team with the highest score at the end of the last bolt wins the arc and the cash.
And now the most important part of Intense, the super loud fans.
They want all the volume when it comes to supporting your favorite team.
So now you know the Intense rules.
So let's get this arc started.
And Lord knows we play those until that light goes off, because some of these I feel like are out, and you waited on one the other night that you thought was about to. You're playing. No. That's a long point. Work hard right here, Corey. Work hard. That's a long one. Corey, as we have those long points, wear them down. Be ready to fight a second long point. No quick errors on that second long point. Keep moving them around. Deep balls. They're going to put Fabrice in there every once in a while. Pick your spot. Don't worry about where he is. Okay? Seth, you're going to see that every once in a while. All right.
That's our iHeartRadio mic'd up moment. And Maria, you can just tell in the tone of voice from Coach O'Connell from the very beginning. In their last arc, we didn't hear her like this until past the midway point. She's been like this from the beginning.
And we see that on her team as well. We see every single player being that same way, and I don't think that happened by coincidence or by accident. I think they talked about this, and maybe as a coach you don't have to explicitly say what's on the line, but everyone knows. So you can lead with that intention of let's just have really good energy tonight.
For the Rips, they're down 20. Bosova's already played 7 over 12 minutes in singles, so they're going to have to find some help from either Alexandra Muller or Samantha Alicea. And that was an open court volley +2 opportunity that Cabezas just messed up. Big time return by Muller, but Cabezas neutralizes very well. Slice down the line. Muller's going to try to go big, and she's just overhitting, but I can understand it with what you see on the other side of the court.
Exactly. That low slice is so difficult to hit, especially if you're taller like Alex Mueller. I'm the exact same way. If someone was slicing against me, it was the most annoying shot to hit back.
This hit forehand wide. Outriders up by 22. Good aggressive returns. That ball going to drop in? No, thank heavens Muller says that was going to completely neutralize that scenario. And Brandy Walker is going to come in. She had a solid performance last time and come around, so she's going to match power for power here.
This is a matchup of who can use that power but make enough balls. It looks like that was only 1 point. Brandy Walker did get her racket on it. But great playing from Alex Mueller to really step in.
.73-52. Just under 8 minutes remaining before all 3 doubles formats come into play. Brandy Walker, a great doubles player, so she's going to look to back that up with her singles performance. Played at the University of Northern Arizona, and really finding a better performance each week that she gets out here. It's hard when you have a Cabezas-Hammond duo that is very solid, but for Muller, this is their opportunity to make a run with Brandy Walker in.
Brandy's looking pretty comfortable, though. More comfortable than we've seen so far this season. Granted, she hasn't had that much playing time, but right now, in this moment, she's looking pretty good.
Great serve by Walker, up by 22. Out wide, Muller steps in.
Ooh.
And Alicea is going to get an opportunity here as they still need to change things up. Bosova still only has 5 minutes remaining on her 12 minutes max.
Oh, wow.
Will Coach Hawkins use one of his timeouts? Even though we knew that singles is not their strongest standpoint, they still have to keep it closer than this. Getting into doubles, the fault from Walker will help get them there. Bolsova's getting a little bit of drink of water. She's getting ready to come in.
Well, with this matchup, I would have liked to see Ali Bolsova in. Especially if Kobesis is out for a second here. I think you use Ali Bolsova for as many points as you can.
Imagine this, you're up by 24 and your MVP candidate still has 5 minutes remaining on the clock to go up against the other MVP candidate and to neutralize any kind of offense. And then Walker with the +2 like that.
Wow. Incredible shot there from Walker. And just so calm by her.
High defensive shot and completely caught Bolsova off guard. That is not something Walker traditionally uses. She's usually the power hitter. What a defensive shot. And Kelly Kroll, she's been in the stands, and right now she found Sofia Cabezas' little brother that's here, Luciano.
I sure did. Yes, he is here. And in fact, how about we call it the Cabezas crew? Because your sister's here and your mom's here, and you're here to cheer on big sister Sofia. How's she doing tonight?
She's doing great. She just has, she all she needs is positivity, good vibes, and a good head and a good mindset.
You could be a coach someday. How does that sound?
Good? Then I'll be teaching her.
That's exactly right. You could teach her. How about playing in Intense? Do you think you could do that someday?
I feel like I could, but we already got one tennis player. I might follow in her steps, but you never know.
So what do you do? If she plays tennis, does that mean you play tennis and some other sports?
I mean, right now I'm doing jiu-jitsu and baseball. So I really like tennis. She's taught me some things. And yeah, I might follow in her steps, but for now I'm still finding my way.
Okay, am I right that you and the family watch Intense when you're at home? You've seen JY, you've seen Maria, you've seen me, and tonight you wanted to make your TV debut, isn't that right?
Yeah, we watch Intense every day at home. We get in the couch and we're like, Intense is on, Intense is on. Let's watch it, we gotta watch it.
What do you like most about it?
Hey, you can have fun. The other ones are like, no, we have to keep quiet. This one you can have fun. Share your thoughts.
The fun, the cowboy hat, you've got your cheers down. It doesn't seem like a better night could be had.
Exactly. It's the fun tennis.
What is it that you are most proud of with your sister?
She, every time, even if she loses, she learns from her mistakes and she gets right back up. She never complains. She's like, I can do it, I can do it. Come on, I got this.
She's been through a lot. When you think about Venezuela and what she plays for every day, how can you describe that?
Oh, she has been through a lot, but she just forces herself. She really just tries to make the best of the day and always keeps a smile on.
I am so proud of you two. This was an A+ when it comes to TV debuts, Luciano. Amazing. Did you have any nerves at all? No, guys, ice in the veins over here. Well, now it's time to go root on your sister. She's back out on the court, okay?
No, there's nothing to lose about being shy, so let's scream.
Let's scream, go get it. Okay, go Intense.
Go Intense!
That's right, guys, back to you. I think Luciano might be coming for our jobs, guys. He's unbelievable.
He's having the time of his life, especially as Cabezas. It's another +2 winner. He mentioned the word fun. Well, I think there's only one team having fun right now. Outriders up by 27, 88-61. 2 minutes remaining before all three doubles formats come in. And the Rips, they need to make a run now if they want to have a shot at championship weekend.
I love the way that he said that here you can have fun, and that is so true. That is what we've had all season, and it's just getting more fun. Moving forward with the playoffs on the line. Outriders looking pretty good for them right now in the playoff run.
Cabeza sneaks in, and Bolsova just missed that passing shot. She's looking for something. They're looking for a hope, but nothing is falling their way. Minute and a half. Waiting on that open stance backhand will push Cabeza's back. Now she decides to step in, but Cabeza's with she's used that slice down the line a lot more than usual tonight.
She is, and she's using it very short. Rarely do you see her hit a very deep slice. We're actually seeing her hit like a really short slice and then sneaking in and hitting a deep volley. It seems like that's her play here. Ooh, that's a little deeper.
With that slice change up drop shot, and rule number one of using a drop shot, you don't hit a drop shot off a slice. It's so difficult because the paces come off. You want a little bit more topspin so you can use that backspin to your effect to create that backspin. And instead, that was a bad opportunity. She lost her patience with Cabeza. Bolsova has reached her 12 minutes. It doesn't matter. They're down by 26. We're about to finish women's singles, and the Rips are just going to have a lot of questions that need to be answered on this next break.
And even though they are going into what they're very confident in, which is the doubles, sheesh, it's a long way of climbing for them.
And that's a way to get something going. Backhand down the line, win it by Muller. Final 5 seconds. She's going to sneak another point in. 3, 2, 1. Just gets that toss up. Good kick out wide. Cabeza throws it up. And are they going to say that she did not get it off? They're saying that she did not get it off. That's going to be a little bit deflating. That is a very late and quiet call. While being down 25 or 24, I don't think it matters much, Maria.
No, it sure doesn't, especially when the Outriders team is so high energy, is looking so good, and I'm sure that they're going to come out with the same energy in the doubles. Obviously, they have a very doubles-heavy team on the Rips, but we'll see right when we get back some good tennis.
I don't feel like an underdog at all.
An underdog, ooh.
Maybe I would say dark horse.
Yeah, I've always considered myself one.
No, I'm not an underdog. I've been doing this for too long.
I feel like a favorite for myself coming into this, and also just my teammates. If we do our jobs and we just compete and play for each other, we're the favorites here.
People think that because I'm smaller than everyone else, but no. When I step on the court, I try to be confident and think that I'm going to win. I like to go low-key about my business.
An underdog? Well, I mean, I would kind of say I would be like the Tom Brady of the league. You know, I got drafted 4th, and, you know, there's probably no big expectations of me, but when I'm out on court, I always give my best and willing to put on a show.
I haven't competed in over a year, so maybe nobody's really seen me play in a while. But I never consider myself an underdog. When I step on the court, I feel like I can compete against anyone.
I prefer not to be seen. You know, it's just being in the shadow, working my ass off, and then just going out there and showing what I practice for.
So I was the last pick in the draft. That means I'm Mr. Irrelevant, but we're going to make Team Freeze relevant for this year's Intense season. We have the #1 pick in the draft on our team with Carousel. My boy, Raul, absolutely loving it. But as a team, since it is a team sport, I see us as one of the favorites. We have the best team name, we have the best team chemistry.
Let's go Freeze! Let's go Freeze!
So I don't feel like an underdog at all.
If you live for the game,
then you know sports talk
isn't a solo act.
It's a debate.
And with the iHeartRadio app, everyone gets a say.
Just open up the app.
Find your favorite local sports radio station.
And use the talkback feature to
vent about that blown call.
Go crazy over that miracle victory.
And your voice
could be heard next to mine.
Or mine.
Or ours. This is your chance
to be part of your favorite local sports shows
and podcasts. Your team, your voice,
your network.
The iHeartRadio app. Download it today.
This is Pro Tennis Built Different. Intense. Tennis turned up.
Welcome back inside the Intense Arena. Outriders 91-66 lead as we're getting into all three doubles formats. They had a great start in men's singles, and then the women just stayed very solid throughout. Now as we come back, we're going to have all three doubles formats. Hello everyone, I'm Jay Wyabone and Maria Mateus, and if you've been following us, we're in week 7. We've been watching these teams figure out how to play into this format with the new rules, and this is going to be it as we get into championship weekend. Outriders and Rips right now, it's a win or go home for them. If they win, they're in. So as you see that July 31st weekend, we're going to have our 2 semifinals. That's already next Friday. First seed in one conference takes on the second seed in the other conference. That'll make up our 2 semifinals. August 1st, 7 p.m. Saturday. That's going to be the finals to determine the 2026 winner. As we get to look at the path to the playoffs for all of these teams, we get to see what is going to determine their spots. Now, Inferno have already clinched their spot. They're just trying to figure out who's going to be in first or if they're going to be in second. So they're waiting a lot to see this weekend, and depending on the outcome, they still have another one. The Rips, they clinch it with the win, but also if they win out, they can clinch the first seed. So they're playing for a lot. The Outriders, they can't clinch the division title, but they can clinch the playoff spot if they win tonight. And then for the Smash, the Sting beat the Smash. They have a lot going on number 1. They don't just clinch a playoff spot, they also clinch the number 1 seed. So they're playing for 2 things at once. They lose, they are out. So, geez, everything is on the line for them to freeze. They need a win or they would be going home. And what a tough spot for them to be in after being 4-1 after week 5 and being in first place and looking great. And now they have that going for them. And then for the Smash, if they win the next 2 in a row, they clinch the first seed and they're in. If they lose any of them, they are out. And so that's an incredible start for them after starting 0-2. And these 4 teams, Altitude, Forts, and Ridge Rise, they are eliminated, but they're trying to play spoiler. Back here, we got men's double started, 93-66 on the far side. Zhao Xiaolin with Joaquin Benoit going up against Fabrice Martin and Noah Schachter for the Rips.
My eyes are on the Rips here and seeing how well they can play here. These two have been so unbelievably dominant together, Schachter and Martin. If they can continue playing the way that they have played, it's going to be great. If not, they probably will continue being in a lot of trouble, and it's only going to get worse.
Well, the interesting part, I don't know if this is strategic or if it was a lack of focus, but, you know, for the last couple of weeks, we've seen Fabrice Martin not hit a single return in doubles. It's great reflex +2 by the Rips. We've seen John Chin come in every single time, and Chin was not in there, and what happened? Fabrice Martin missed the return. So I'm very interested to see what happened, what's going to happen for them. If they're down, they need everything to go right.
It is interesting, and I wonder if there's so many nerves happening that they like almost forgot. It's one of those things that you end up like kicking yourself after, like, oh, how did I not do that? But, oh my goodness, Joaquin Benoit! Wow.
Benoit show tonight after spending a lot of time on the bench. He has come alive at a huge moment, 97-68. 2 poaches in 1 point. The reflex is he's showing the former French Open doubles finalist. He's got it right now. Return down the line, +2 by Xiaolin.
They're already looking a lot better than they have this entire season in the doubles. I honestly just think Amy O'Connell coached them up and said, hey guys, we got to put, 2 feet in from every single person here tonight, and they absolutely are doing that.
The Outriders have been 7th in the league in total scoring in doubles, so this is definitely a reverse for them. This is not their strong side, but way to show up at a big moment. Big return by Benoit. They're keeping things rolling. They're up by 30.
Rips just looking a little bit flat.
This is where I'd love to see a timeout from the Rips. Big forehand return. You'd expect Schachter to poach. He's missed that one. That's a start. Volley down the line. Xiaolin got caught trying to close the middle.
And finally, they did that substitution. You saw Chin in, now Fabrice is back in to hit that serve.
Replay that point. They're going to do that one again. This is where things got rolling. The last time the Rips came out, they started to rack up. They went on a 10-plus scoring run with Martin serving. He can get a lot of balls floating where Shakhtar can really pick them off. If they're going to make a run, it's going to start with this duo.
They've reset back to what it was before the point, and the clock keeps running.
Okay, but it never got back to 14. That's all we asked. It never reset. It was at 6. Here we go. Thank you. Here we go. Let's go.
Serve clock gets reset. Shakhtar down in the I formation. Martin serves into the body backhand, miss hit return, inside out, swinging volley, +2.
Joao Chiolin looks extremely confident tonight too. When he's on the bench, he's actually screaming and cheering like crazy, but while he's on the court, he looks very calm, very confident. Look at him. He almost just looks like relaxed.
Relaxed and energetic is a tough opponent that you're going to be playing against, so the Outriders are going to ride him out. Up by 31, kick out wide, Shakhtar down the line. Benoit couldn't get it in play.
This is the point in the arc where Rips just need to start making some noise. Way too quiet from their side of the court.
Swing and a miss. Martin frustrated right there in front of him and just completely missed it, and Shakhtar was not ready for it to come. Good serve by Benoit, better return. Shakhtar volley by Martin. There you go.
Excellent teamwork there. But why can't we get a roar out of them?
I think they're playing nervous. I think they're playing afraid. They're playing the scoreboard. They need to figure something out. They're feeling this moment slipping away instead of just forcing themselves back into it. There is enough time. See Chiolin mixing up his serves, going kick wide, kick body forehand, keeping Shakhtar from getting a rhythm. John Chin comes in to return. Chin sneaks in, volley down the line, good lob by Benoit. That's going to drop in.
Wow, what a lob. The way that Joaquin has showed up tonight is very, very, very impressive.
There's the mix-up again, into that body forehand. Second missed return in a row by Shakhtar. Chin is coming in for Martin, but you have to make an argument that Shakhtar needs to take a break on the return side too.
I was going to say, I actually kind of like the matchup of just keeping Fabrice in as much as you can at the net, because even if he's not playing great, at least he's getting some two-pointers here and there. I feel like Shakhtar is just making a lot of mistakes.
109.74, still no timeouts by the Rips. They had to use 2 of them early. They're trying to save it with all the time that's left, but by the time they use it, this arc might be out of control. That time Shakhtar controls that return a little bit more solid. Martin gets down in that hybrid I formation, out wide, down the line, +2!
Wow. That is unbelievable.
Good serve out wide by Benoit. Gonna go over the Chiolin head. Goes down the middle. Chin just throws himself to try to save it to only a +1. 112.75. Outriders just dominating. Miss hit return. Shakhtar will cover the post. On the line. Now we have a down the line rally. Goes wide.
I was literally just going to say they need to call a timeout.
We are getting burned down the line. Either our serves aren't going body enough or we're giving them too many looks at it. We got to keep jamming. We got to keep playing the ball through the middle of the court and look for our net pressure.
We got to use our legs. We're a little bit
flat
right
and we're flat and we're looking to swing, trying to finish off 2. Just keep the pressure on 1 point at a time. All right? Are you good, baby? Are you good? Come on. Let's go. Shut it down. Let's go.
We look at this week 7 schedule, and part of this is what's leading to that sense of urgency from Coach Hawkins. Tomorrow night, the Smash are playing for a spot in championship weekend as well, but they're in the East Division. Friday, Ridge Fortune. Friday, doubleheader, Rise Freeze after, then Inferno, Rip, Sting, Smash. And there's everything that's going to be determined after this weekend. And Maria, Coach Hawkins there, it looked like he needed the red button on his desk to just sound the nuclear alarm, because he might as well have said, you know what, guys, everything is wrong.
I agree, but like honestly, I think they need a little bit of tough love in this moment. Be like, hello, guys. Like, again, you don't have to shove things down people's throats, as in like this is for the playoffs, blah blah blah. But you got to tell them like, hello, do you want to stay in this or not? And try to lift them up if you can, and try to get them to be a little bit more motivated, because they don't really look that way.
When you have returns like that, it's a combination of you're not playing well, and they are just playing as well as they possibly can at a horrible time for the Rips. For the Outriders, this is the best time to play well with championship weekend. They are playing the best tennis of the entire year, and what a moment it is.
I have to say, though, when you're playing really good tennis and your opponent is really low energy, it definitely doesn't make you think twice about anything. But if they start raising their energy and they start getting into your head, you're allowed to trash talk. You're allowed to just try and throw people off. So when so much is on the line, like, you got to try anything.
Bonnie backhand return, a couple points in a row for the Rips. They're going to play a little bit faster as the clock's winding down. Under 2 minutes remaining before women's doubles. Another miss-hit body return. +2 Rips, 116-82. Fabrice Martin bouncing his feet. He can sense some energy going through him. Ciolin's going to run around that return. Goes down the line. Martin ready. The reflex back. He gets there. That's going to go over. +2 Rips.
And finally, that energy that we were looking for.
That great defense by Shakhtar to just get it over, and that's the biggest fist pump of the night. 116-85, and it's the Outriders. They're going to call a timeout.
That's not a touch.
Yeah, it is. It's whether or not you're touching.
That would be like hitting your racket. That's like bouncing the ball twice.
It's between a 1 and a 2. It's whether they touch it or not.
It's whether, but that, like when it hits, like it's really high heart radio.
Here we go. Keep going.
All right. I just wanted to slow their roll a little bit. They were reeling awesome. We just got to get through that return, and then after that, you guys are ready. Okay? He'll use the clock. Nothing, no big deal. I just wanted to slow it down.
I thought you got to say number 2, but it's number 1. Thank you guys so much for bringing it. Next 2 step brought to you by
Amy just being so calm. It looked like they were confused about something. I don't know if they thought that maybe... Actually, I'm not really sure what happened. I think she thought that Joaquin maybe touched the ball not with her strings, potentially, so she was trying to argue that it was... Oh, or maybe it was for that shot. I don't know. She maybe thought it touched something or... Anywho, she's so relaxed, and it seems like she just wanted to use that momentum shift. She still has 4 timeouts left and only 2 more balls, so it's in a pretty good spot for sure.
Martin comes in with the serve and volley, just misses the back line. 45 seconds. Taking the body forehand. Shakhtar's been waiting for it. They've got multiple times in a row there. Martin's up in the cross-court rally. Martin with the post, +2.
Wow. That's what they're looking for. Martin needs to be absolutely all over the net. With his experience in doubles, I mean, he's top 20 in the world in doubles. He's got to be all over that net.
Martin wanted to hit that and go after the +2. Kept it safe as that ball was sailing. He'll take the +1. It's going to be the final point before women's doubles. Shakhtar into the body. They go down the line. Goes cross court. Martin was ready. +2 again. A huge run by the Rips, but still, they are down 119-91. But with those final few minutes, they gave themselves a shot. When we come back, women's doubles.
If you live for the game,
Then you know Sports Talk
Isn't a solo act.
it's a debate.
And with the iHeartRadio app, everyone gets a say.
Just open up the app.
Find your favorite local sports radio station.
And use the talkback feature too.
Vent about that blown call.
Go crazy over that miracle victory.
And your voice
Could be heard next to mine.
or mine
Or ours. This is your chance
to be part of your favorite local sports shows.
and podcast. Your team, your voice,
Your network.
The iHeartRadio app. Download it today.
Intense is brought to you by iHeartRadio, the official partner of Intense. Inside Stage 5 here at Assembly Yards, it's Week 7. These teams are trying to lock in their spot in championship weekend, but for now, the Outriders have been dominating for the majority of the night. But the last few minutes in that run by the Rips got them back into it, gave them a shot as we get into women's doubles, 119-91. But Maria, a little bit of a boost from the Rips.
Big boost. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. I hate to say it. I feel like the Outriders have just been riding all the energy that they've had, and it's going to get more and more here as they're getting close to seeing the finish line. So I'd like to see the Rips have more of a boost if possible, see if they can be all over the net in this women's doubles.
And not what you want to see if you're the Rips. The Outriders have 3 of the top 4 scorers of the night. Noah Schachter minus 18.5 on the night. That's brutal. But then for the men, they got Joaquin Benoit plus 8.5, Xiaolin plus 6.5. Everybody is in the positive category except for Zoe Hammond at -4. But I think a little bit of a -4, that's a nice little floor to have if that's your worst player.
A lot of times it's not even about how good your best tennis is, it's about how bad your bad tennis is, or how good your bad tennis is, rather. And her quote-unquote bad tennis has been very, very good tonight.
Good lob by Cabeza. She's been a nightmare using that lob in doubles, but this time Bolsova lets out a roar. She defends. Minutes here before we come back for mixed doubles to finish.
Wow.
I would say I thought that was going out. It was going to be close, so she had to make a choice. Do I make this effort to reach or hope it goes out? Instead, it goes +2 for the Outriders, 121-94. This ball's going to just get there on the sideline. Backhand down the line here from Alisea Bolsova to get there. Cabeza is just trying to defend herself, but still +2 Rips.
I feel like they're going to need to go on a run here of some 2-pointers just to try to get that score just inching a little closer.
Great deep backhand return by Walker. Walker signals to Cabezas. Alisea in a little bit of a hybrid spot there, and a little bit of a no man's land, but it doesn't matter where she's standing if her return is going to hit a winner like that. (122-98). 7-3 in this women's doubles bulk for the Rips. Brandy Walker's turn to serve. 14 points tonight, only 2 faults. Very efficient with her time.
I'd love to see a little bit of Alex Mueller in this doubles as well on the Rips, because she has been very highly ranked in doubles as well, and she knows the game, and she can cover a lot of court with her wingspan. I just think Ali Bolsova is just not on her game like she has been throughout the season.
Alisea showing frustration that she hits that fault. Only 1 serve at Intense. With all the pressure and the clock winding down, it's not easy for Cabeza to serve. Goes out wide to Alisea, pulling upwards and back. Will overspin that into the net, 125-99. Zoe Hammond on the sideline, bouncing and staying loose. She's seen the most minutes alongside Cabezas in doubles. Walker getting the call so far. Big backhand down the line, +2 Ritz. The only thing I don't like that from Alicea is just no come on there. It was almost like a relief backhand.
Again, like I've been saying all night, you just got to let it out, too. Even if it's out of anger, like we've seen them kind of quietly disappointed, but none of them just like really just letting it out. It was all allowed here.
Great reflex by Cabezas. Alicea in a tough spot just to at least get a racket on it. Under 6 minutes remaining before mixed doubles. Walker big down the line, reflex cross court. Bosova calmly goes back cross court, and Walker finally hits an unforced error. Not a lot of time for communication with 14 seconds in between points. Bosova quickly says something to Alicea. Backhand to backhand rally, that's going to force it. One for the Outriders.
Outriders really taking their time too. There's no need to rush anything here. Just letting that clock run down. 3, 2. Cabezas also has had 1 fault the entire night when putting 30 points up for her team. So it's very impressive.
Outriders are the best serving team in the league. Only 10% of their serves wind up in a fault. That's one of the rare ones broadcasters jinx. Outriders still up by 26.
I like that move. It's a great move from Aliona Bolsova. You have to be stepping in. You have to be changing something, especially when, I mean, goodness, you've seen Cabezas lobbing all season, whether it's against you or whether against other teams. You need to have that game plan of, I'm going to step in, because if not, that's what she's going to do.
Good poach and high backhand volley. One of the toughest shots to hit in tennis by Cabezas, going right at Alicea. Forehand down the line, but Cabezas was ready. Forehand slice, a little bit uncharacteristic from Walker. I think it surprised herself. One for the wrist. High formation this time. First time they do that on the ad side. Big return down the line. Even bigger cross court reflex. Looks like they go I formation again. Fault. No room for error with championship spot weekend on the line.
And the thing is, actually being 25 points down is not that big of a deal. But when that's your body language, that's when it becomes, look at that. I mean, that's not what you want to see.
No one questions Alicea's passion. She wants to win just as bad, if not more than anybody on this court, but not playing well. Pulling back on a lot of returns instead of getting her weight forward. Their team is down 132-107. Bosova served. You asked for Alexandra Muller to come in doubles. Now she's going to see it. And there's that poach. There's that doubles experience coming at a big time. Cabezas, Walker, they stay in.
There's that lob. I almost feel like if you're the baseline player, you need to either step in and take it, or if you're the volley player, you got to back up a little bit. Or another play is just throwing two back at the beginning of the point, not giving her that lob opportunity. It's a great move. That forces that mistake. Just a lot of tenseness on Team Bricks. for sure. Everyone's feeling it.
Anytime you see somebody hitting a backhand right there on the deuce side from the middle, you got to squeeze it very hard to base a smart play. Tries to time that, overplays it, +2 rips. Let's see if the Rips can make a final run here as they did in men's doubles in the final 2 minutes. Minute and a half left. 3 points in a row for the Rips. The bases, good lob, neutralizes the Bolsova coach and takes time off the clock. That lob from Bolsova, sorry, from Alisea, will go in, overhead reflex. Tries to post, the move was there, but just went a little bit too far.
If you're trying to poach, though, you got to have your rackets out in front. I think she was trying to move, but she forgot that, you know, she's trying to move and get the ball.
Good volley by Bolsova. Cabezas gets there, gets over the net, down the line, reflex again.
Wow, beautiful point. 30 seconds left here. Rips down 23 points. One more bolt to go, determining who will move on to the playoffs.
Hammond read that well, had that cross-court passing shot opening, but the Rips are making a little bit of a run just to keep this interesting. They keep giving themselves a chance. Final 10 seconds here. Hammond with that miss-hit volley winner, 136-115. Quick serve by Bolsova. Goes right at the Hammond forehand. Alisea with the move, went for it. They're still in it. Marie, it's 137-115 Outriders.
Yeah, 22-point difference. I don't think it's that concerning. Really, obviously, it's not a place where you want to be in, but if you're the Rips, you got to just take over here. You got to, whether you feel it or not, you got to bring energy out, and you got to do whatever you can. There is one more bolt determining who will move on to the playoffs. Stay with us.
We're here to give a little pep talk to our new generation to let them know what is tennis about, not only tennis, but also life.
Locking in means to me being in the flow state, having the mentality that I want to win this.
Tennis is a very mental game. It's about positive self-talk.
Talk to yourself the way you talk to your doubles partner.
All the negativity that people may tell you, let that be a motivation for you.
There's no limitation for you guys. You can achieve everything you want.
Just keep believing in yourself.
Goes down the line, he feels it.
Intense is team tennis that's faster, louder, and with real cash on the line.
Your partner can't make serve.
Watch the most relentless tennis league.
You know, shaky mustachio man
on the planet, live.
Argonaut approaches. Ciolin is ready as well. +2.
This was incredible.
Intense. Tennis turned up.
Mixed doubles coming up to close out the night, 137-115 Outriders with a really strong start in men's singles behind Zhao Ciolin and Joaquin Benoit. Rips have just been hanging on to give themselves a shot, but the Outriders dominating, and courtside with Kelly Kroll is the Outriders pulse partner, Shep Rose.
Absolutely, JY, thank you so much. We were just talking, you're the pulse partner. We could have been on the court right now because you are an authority figure. Made him run away.
Jesus, I'm scaring everybody around here. I am a benevolent owner. I would like to say that right now, and I'm very, very proud of my team. We are up 137-115 with one more 10-minute match. That looks pretty good to me.
It looks pretty good.
That means we make the playoffs.
You knew that. I'm really proud of you for knowing it was...
I'm not omniscient.
And I saw you earlier on the court with the team. How would you describe the mood, the energy, and how locked in they were tonight?
Well, some inside baseball information.
Please, give us the tea.
So we lost to this team earlier on, and they were talking a little smack, and it wasn't that nice, and it was persistent and borderline inappropriate. I'm just kidding. It was annoying. It was annoying. It was not inappropriate. However, there is some animosity there, and there's some revenge factor there. and we're exacting our revenge right now. Revenge is a dish best served hot.
Don't say. That was really good insight.
Thank you.
So tell me, though, this has been a long night for you in a good way, because it also started with the book signing, and I saw a line that went around the arena earlier for that, so that was great.
We sold a decent amount of books. I'm very proud. Code, check it out. Nothing in Moderation. It's my new book, and everybody's so cool here. The good news is the mostly women, let's face it, bravo.
That's a great demographic for you, though.
Oh, I love women. I think that's well documented. But yes, they had never been, they didn't know what this was. So like, you're bringing new eyeballs. I've got a group of friends somewhere around here that are so excited to be here, and so.
Southern Charm friends, like we've talked about this, you've got to bring some of them too. The cross-pollination.
Friends that I've known for longer than I've been on a TV show. You know, ones that are really close to me.
Okay, we like that. What are their thoughts so far on Intense?
I've got, their kids love it, and everybody who has any interest in tennis is absolutely stoked about this format and the way it all works.
When kids can run around and make noise, it's a really good scene for them, and the parents too. Lastly,
it's like a giant tennis babysitter.
Lastly, do any, let's say this goes well, celebration in hand. How's that going to look?
You do not need to make me celebrate any more than I already do on a regular basis.
Thought you had it planned out.
No, I'm going to actually go home. I'm going to do the opposite.
Don't believe that for a second, you guys. Not 1 second has Shep ever gone or shied away from a celebration, and I don't expect it tonight. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here.
Good to see you.
Guys.
Well, while Shep's been talking championship weekend and the revenge, the Rips are making a huge run, winning 10 out of the previous 11 points, only down by 13 with 7.5 minutes, and the Outriders are forced to call a timeout.
They were really in some beat up on the girl. If you have an option in exchange, you beat up on the girl, right? So don't feel bad. This is what it's for. Energy's up. We get past the return, and then we do what we do. Okay. All right, y'all doing a great job. Energy up. Energy up. Yeah.
We do not want to get into a one-up, one-back race. All right, we're playing good, fab, nice serving, way to be ready. Shake off that last one. You're doing great up there. All right, keep rolling and stay aggressive. We're serving. No, it's their serve. It's their serve.
No, it's our serve. They call a timeout before.
But they serve, no?
No, we serve.
Okay, all good. Yeah, even better.
Interesting from both coaches there. Torrey Hawkins actually looking more confident than he has all night, and for good reason, because he has a great mixed doubles team, but Coach Amy O'Connell also just trying to keep everyone calm. We've heard her say multiple times tonight, let's get past that return. I think they just want to get that Fabrice Martin return in play and then take over from over there, but her just preaching energy, that's what it's all about for sure.
Good swinging volley by Jolene down to the feet of Martin. They're up by 14. Outriders were up by more than 30 at one point, and the fight from the Rips has kept it in it. Big forehand inside out. Martin is ready to reflex. He rolls over his ankle. He drops his dampener. Something fell there. Is he going to have time? They need a sub. He needs to put that on his racket, also favoring the ankle. He's going to have to take a point out. That's a big moment to switch it in. Schachter's going to come in. And the serve is called out by the umpire. Electronic line calling did not call it. Not sure if we can get a clear view of that one. That one was close at a big moment. 2 points in a row for the Rips. Schachter comes in to return.
This is the beauty of this format, is it's never over until it's over, and you never know when just one momentum shift is going to change everything.
Good lob by Cabezas to neutralize Schachter with the swinging volley. Jolene with the pickup. Back into the cross-court rally. Goes down the line, overhits. Wonder if they're going to look back at that moment where Fabrice Martin just tripped over himself. The dampener came out of the racket, +2 Outriders. since that moment, things have really turned around. He had to give up his serve, one of the best serving duos, especially with Martin back there, and now they're forced to call a timeout.
When she's lobbing, when she's back, start back a little further, right? Let's not let the lob kill us because there's so much room to cover, all right? When we take that next ball, all right, keep attacking, but don't forget to go line. Just cover line, all right, off that next ball. Got me? When she lobs, he's going to move further back so we don't get the two in between us. When she lobs, he's going to move back so we don't get the point ball in between us. But work your way back in, all right? We don't want to get the lob. And keep moving. You got this.
Hawkins trying to get back some extra motivation as we play for that championship weekend. Next weekend, July 31st and August 1st, semifinals and finals. Both these two teams, whichever one wins tonight, clinches a spot there. But for all you fans, if you want to come out and watch us in person, make sure you go to intense.com, purchase those tickets so you can see one of the best things that is happening in sports.
Exactly what Rips were looking for after that timeout. Just a couple easy points here, just climbing up. We've got about 5 minutes and 25 seconds left. Time for them to make a push here. But that is just too good from the Outriders.
Martin took a chance, tried to hold his position and get them to bite and return cross court. And unfortunately, they caught him looking. +2 Outriders. 5 minutes remaining, 146-127. Return down the line to Cabezas. Goes cross court. The Outriders are starting to lose. The Rips are starting to lose some belief. They were making that big run, and ever since Fabrice Martin fell to the ground, things have gone completely in the opposite direction. Good forehand by Celine, gets the short ball. Comes into the net, volley's right back to Bosova, down the line of Cabezas, cross court, reflex all the way to Bosova, reflex again.
That's it, that's what he needs to do. Great playing from Bosova as well.
Off-pace kick gets above the shoulders of Cabezas. Martin will serve quick, shake Bosova's first signal off. Even bigger wide, Bosova couldn't respond. Body forehand return, Shakhtar crushes, another volley winner by Bosova.
She's getting what she wants. She's just not executing as well as she'd like to, unfortunately.
Lob by Cabezas. Goes down the line. Finally an error from Cabezas. Have not seen many from her in doubles. Swinging volley out of the air. Bosova got caught in no man's land. She ends up going back to the baseline. Cabezas now at the net. Sliding volley. Jolene will keep it down the line. Martin's trying to force the spot.
Oh my
volley
goodness!
winner!
What?
The reflex by Cabezas had a huge moment. Martin couldn't get the post, then she goes in for it. Outriders are starting to feel it. Under 3 minutes, up by 20. Rip still telling them, not yet. +2. Big serve out wide, 3 points in a row. Under 3 minutes, Martin goes to serve quick, leans forward, 4 points in a row. Running back to the baseline, understanding the clock is running down. Big once again. Outriders will roll the clock down here.
I was just going to say they're doing the exact opposite.
Got a volley from Bosova at that time. Martin going to certainly look to make his presence felt. Ciolini understands that he's looking, try to catch him down the line. +2. Down 14. This time goes cross court. Bolsova down the line too early. Good kick out wide, return down low from Shakhtar, and the backhand down to the feet by Silly. They can feel that spot in championship weekend. Cabezas plus two. MVP chance for Cabezas have started. With a minute remaining, the Outriders up by 19. There's no way the Rips will be able to come back. Outriders stamping their way into championship weekend.
What a performance from the whole Outriders team. Every single person showed up, like we said. Even Zoe Hammond, who didn't play great, she contributed quite a few points to that team. If anything, she's contributing a lot from just her energy and the way that she's instilling so much belief in her teammates. So credit to every single person on that team tonight.
Final 15 seconds. Outriders 161-139. One, zero. Outriders into championship weekend. 161-140 as we look at tonight's prize money powered by Pavement Labs. $9,000 that is going to that team, and they will be able to add on to that if they continue on with a successful weekend next week, July 31st and August 1st. Maria, what a time to play your best tennis.
What a time to be the Outriders. Goodness gracious, they just played incredible. Every single person on that team really showed up. The energy, even from Coach Amy O'Connell, the way she led her team. Just so much credit to them. They played incredible.
As we look at tonight's Solaris lock-in plays of the night, you could have picked from any one of these players from start to finish. They were locked in, but Joaquin Benoit, just a really impressive performance from the beginning, as he had not gotten a lot of playing time. I don't think he was even expecting much playing time. But Corey Craig rolled his ankle just a little bit. That gives him a window to come in. And when he came in, he just took off, got better with each minute that played, the offense, and he took it to him, and he really lifted this team up at a moment in time where their second best player, Corey Craig, was out. They weren't sure if he was going to come in. And just an incredible moment for the Argentinian Joaquin Benoit, and he's going to catch up with Kelly Kroll.
Thanks a lot. Handshakes going all around, but how sweet does it sound to be playoff bound, Zhao?
Look, we've been thinking about this match since we lost to them in the beginning of the season. We've been working hard. We knew what to do today. We just came out and executed again.
How did you execute? Because with the adrenaline and the emotions that clearly you were feeling coming into this one, how was the team able to overcome that and do what you did tonight?
I think we're just the better players overall. I think we have better players to play singles. We can switch out every 45 seconds, 1 minute if we want. They don't have 3 players to play singles, so that made a difference today.
Joaquin, tonight, when you see Corey Craig go out, obviously nursing the ankle a bit, the minutes he gave you, how big were those?
Look, he's been the best player in practice every day. We knew he was ready. We knew he was going to come out and swing. He just got a new racket, first match playing with a new racket, and he absolutely destroyed it.
Well, he's going to have to hang on to that one. Lastly, I want to ask you about this crowd that was behind you all night, screaming. The MVP chant started. They were with you through every single point. What did that do for you guys?
They're part of the team. We talked to them before playing. Just a lot of energy the whole time. It makes a difference.
Thank you so much. Enjoy this one, and congratulations. We'll see you down the stretch, guys.
Thank you, Kelly. Joao stepping in for the interview, and not Joaquin Benoit, but Joao, Joaquin, Corey Craig, all of them should be so happy with their performance. All 3 of them were in the positive and the plus-minus efficiency, and a big celebration from them. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll recap the night.
Carson. I'm very like chill, even-keeled person, but I think the tennis brings out like the more fun in me. Like growing up, it was really hard for me to pick a sport to play. I played 5 sports. I played soccer, softball, swimming, tennis, and basketball. Having my main focus on tennis, I think I just liked how I could control the outcome of the sport, and I think I was just better naturally at tennis.
Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that.
I knew we had a great team. Carolina's an outstanding program, and so we knew that we had to do more than just play good tennis.
Carolina, despite all its success, has not won the national championship.
The North Carolina Tar Heels have done it. First national championship.
It was a surreal feeling because it was the first one in Carolina history, and you could just see it on everyone's face. I've never seen Coach that happy before, and it's something I can't describe. And being the clinching match was super, super lucky.
It has been a long wait, but North Carolina can finally get their hands on that trophy.
I feel like you get more of the credit, even though everyone did the same thing, but it was awesome to be able to finish the match.
Scotty and Tangaleg winning match points almost simultaneously.
I wouldn't be here without my teammates. It's amazing, and like it only makes you want to compete harder and harder, and you just kind of got to put your head down. I think that's what helped me through it. In Intense, whoever plays better and trains the hardest, that's what's going to matter the most. Certain game styles work better than others. Someone on paper might be better, quote unquote, but in Intense, just who plays better that day and who plays better with the format can win anything.
To the King's ball, down the line. We're tied up again. Final 20 seconds. All tied up. Carson signals to King. King tosses up. Big to the nut. Forehand. And she misses it. And the free throw.
I know that just the last point, it doesn't determine the whole rest of the match. I mean, it did sting for a little bit, and our team was kind of sitting in that dinner room, just kind of trauma bonding a little bit around the table. I think if I put too much emphasis on it, it would definitely drag into our match this week, and so I've just been trying to shake it off. I made 9 out of 10 volleys in that mixed bowl, and I love the net. I mean, unfortunately, we lost and did miss out on some money, but at the end of the day, I know that's going to go in 9 times out of 10. Can't control what happens. Even when I'm on the court, you can only control it so much. Just trying to do what I can, cheer on the team as best I can off the court. We're a team. We win as a team, we lose as a team. So, of course, it was unfortunate, but it happens.
This is pro tennis built different. Intense. Tennis turned up.
Welcome back for the post-game recap inside the Intense Arena. The Outriders with a big-time celebration as they clinched their spot in championship weekend. 161-140 over the Rips. A huge effort as they lost to the Rips earlier in the season. The Inferno locked in first place there at 5-2. And Outriders not just at 5-3. Not just playing their best tennis, but getting their best tennis also from players who have not played a lot this season, in Joaquin Benoit and Brandy Walker. So a great night for that team. I'm Jay Wirebone and Maria Mateus. And Maria, the Outriders, just a great all-around team performance.
They played incredible. And, you know, I want to start with the Rips. They didn't have their best performance tonight. They didn't have the greatest start to the season, and then actually played really, really well and had good momentum coming in here. But I don't think that they really lived up to the occasion. I think they actually came in with a lot of pressure rather than being excited about it like the Outriders were. The Outriders came excited. The Outriders came with energy, and it showed in their tennis, and it showed in every single person on that team. Like you said, in Joaquin Benoit and Brandy Walker, they played incredible tennis. They played the best tennis of the season, and that propelled their team so much.
And it all started with Zhao Xiaolin and Sofia Cabezas.
It sure did. And Cabezas, now she was already in that MVP race. She's definitely getting even closer to being that MVP female for this season. But every single arc, she's just been so dominant because she's able to compose herself. She's able to always think a few shots ahead. And she's just a great teammate. While Zhao Xiaolin, you see him, he was going nuts on the sideline today, and that helped every single person on the team. But the way that he's able to set the points up for his partner, the way that he played singles as well, but the way he's all over that net in the doubles, just a really good team effort from all of them.
Yeah, and there's obviously a big special shout out to Joaquin Benoit and Brandy Walker for their performances, as they are now going to be looking ahead to next weekend, championship weekend, July 31st and August 1st. They're going to be playing on Friday. They're going to be going in as the 2 seed, so they will be playing against the 1 seed from the East. So that's how it's going to work. The 1 seed from one division plays the 2nd seed from the other division. That's going to determine the 2 semifinals, 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. And then the winners of those matches will come back, and they will play Saturday at 7 p.m. to just finalize the Intense 2026 season. Other spots are remaining on the schedule, though. Tomorrow we'll be back with the Altitude and the Smash. The Smash, after an 0-2 start, they've won 4 in a row, but they still need a win out to get in there against the Altitude that have lost way too many in a row. The Fortune and the Ridge, they are out, but they got a lot to play for. Prize money and draft pick status for next season, and Pride. Rise, Freeze will finish out that doubleheader, then Inferno and Rips, and then Sting and Smash. That's going to be a huge one, depending on how Thursday goes as well. And so for all of us tonight, I mean, with our first pressure-filled match of the week, all in or all out. If you win, you're in. You lose, you go home. The Outriders are the one that stood out. The Rips going to have a lot to think about. They will come back and have another match at the end of the week. But for us, we'll be back tomorrow night. Jay Wayabona, Maria Mateus, Kelly Kroll, thank you for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow night with the Smash against the Altitude.
We're here to give a little pep talk to our new generation, to let them know what is tennis about, not only tennis, but also life.
Locking in means to me being in the flow state, having the mentality that I want to win this.
Tennis is a very mental game. It's about positive self-talk.
Talk to yourself the way you talk to your doubles partner.
All the negativity that people may tell you, let that be a motivation for you.
There's no limitation for you guys. You can achieve everything you want.
Just keep believing in yourself.
Once again, the top spin lob. 9. Conservative approach, comes to the net. Volley winner, they're going to run it out. They're going to do it just off that. Outriders are stunned. Down the line, Hewitt responds. Busamuka gets there. Miscommunication. Tanya went off the left, and that's going to do it.
Oh my goodness, no way.
Signals to King. King tosses up. Big to the nut. Forehand. And she misses it, and the Freeze are going to run it out.
And it goes for the lob. They need to play this. They need to go for the winner. They need to go for the winner to tie it up. And she slaps it. She swallowed it. She read the point. What an intelligent play by Cabezas. Inferno needed 2.
Need 2 points. Oh, they're going to miss. Yeah, the Ridge are just going to miss this.
And it is Team Ridge who get it done.
Down the line.
Oh my gosh.
A 2-pointer from Hewitt. At 158. Hewitt on the serve. King into the net. And the arc belongs to the Smash in dramatic fashion.
They're going to need a clean winner to go quick. Florida signal to Lacoste. She went for it massively, and that's going to do it.
Goes down the line, he feels it.
Intense is team tennis that's faster, louder, and with real cash on the line.
Your partner can't make serve.
Watch the most relentless tennis league
You know, Shaky Mustachio Man?
on the planet live.
Argonaut approaches. Ciolina's ready as well. +2.
This was incredible.
Intense. Tennis turned up.